Hi darlings, welcome to a new vlog. It is the perfect autumn day today. We have got blue skies, we've got chilly temperatures, and it's going to be the most beautiful day, which is very lucky because today is another shoot day. I actually feel like I haven't vlogged at home in a little while. It's in reality only been like 3 days, but I've actually been in London the last 2 days, and I'm going to do a little bit of a magic switch around for the vlogs because let's just say we experienced something pretty spooky and scary in London last night, and I thought that it would be perfect to share that with you on the next vlog because that vlog will go live on Halloween, so it's gonna be perfect. So continuity is a bit crazy because I now have the most perfect autumnal nails, which I had done in London yesterday. This is a new colour from Biosculpture called Thornberry, and a lovely lady named Christine came to my hotel room, did the mani, and I absolutely love it. It feels a bit weird because I've not had non-pink nails in a very, very long time, so it feels a little bit, feels quite sexy. I don't know why. Anyway, today is a shoot day. We tend to have a shoot day once every couple of weeks here at the house, and especially in the lead up to Cyber and Christmas, it gets very, very busy at that time of year. We do a lot of lovely campaigns with brands, and we like to try and shoot as much as possible in a day or over a couple of days, so that is what's happening today. I think we're planning to head over to the beautiful Cornwell Manor later on. We absolutely love shooting there. It's the most beautiful location. I've obviously taken you there a few times before. It is most famous for one of the scenes in The Holiday, so really lovely at this time of year especially. I cannot wait to start watching all the Christmas films. Do you guys start getting fully into the Christmas spirit as soon as we enter November, or do you try and wait a little bit? I feel like middle of November, get Cyber Week out of the way, then I'm ready to get excited about the festivities. But because we got back from our spooky experience in London late last night, didn't get too much sleep, so I definitely need to go and make myself my second coffee of the day before we get shooting. I'll quickly show you my outfit of the day. I need to also do something more exciting with my hair, but that is not urgent. This gilet, honestly, you must be sick of seeing this gilet because I'm just wearing it pretty much every single day. I've actually not yet worn it out and about the other way around yet, but maybe today's the day. I just think having the fluff on the outside looks so nice, but there's something quite like alpine cute about wearing it this way round. And then this little top that I've got on underneath, I love this collar detail. I've always called it a pie crust collar detail. No, I think I want this the other way around. And I think it's such a pretty feminine design detail. It's got the same pie crust detail down on the sleeves here. And both my top and these really wonderful kind of cord trousers are from Joules. Joules are just having the most amazing season at the moment. In fact, what day is it today? Thursday. Tomorrow I'm going to take you guys along to their brand new store. They've got a store opening in Stratford Upon Avon, not Stratford, London, which is not that far from us. Really quite close in fact, but we very rarely actually go north of where we live. We tend to go south, which is the kind of places that I always take you to in the vlogs. But we actually have some really beautiful and very historical towns just slightly north of where we live as well, so we'll do a little bit of slightly different exploring tomorrow and pop into the new Joules store. So that's where my jumper, gorgeously warm jumper, and these rather fabulous, let's bring you down, these rather fabulous trousers are also Joules as well. I can imagine everyone from like really cool kind of East London gals styling these with, I don't know, trainers, to literally farmers wearing this style of trouser. I love the colour, this kind of warm terracotta, and with my belt I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then on my feet, I'm going to take them off to show you in close-up detail first. I have been, as you know, struggling so much with what kind of footwear to wear with trousers, and lots of you guys recommended loafers. Now, typically, I have found loafers quite uncomfortable, so I thought I'm gonna look at a brand that I know I find their shoes ridiculously comfortable. So of course I had a look to see what Vivaia have, and these are their Francesca loafers. They are a chunky heel, kind of heeled, it's about an inch, which is perfect for me. I will take any height boost that I can get. A chunky little platform heel, really grippy sole. Literally they look like walking boots. Like if I showed you this before this, you would think that they're a walking boot. So if we get icy, snowy days in, this will be perfect. But given the fact that the sole is so chunky, it's surprisingly flexible. And you guys have heard me talking about Vivaia 12 million times in the past, because for me they're a brand that just perfectly blends incredibly comfortable, supportive shoes. Like my mum is obsessed with Vivaia, Charlie's mum is, and Charlie's mum has, I'm sure she won't mind me saying, like quite a lot of problems with her feet and her knees, and she absolutely swears by these, and they are just so incredibly comfortable. This is quite a, it's got a little bit of stretch to it and a really nice roomy toe post, so your feet just don't feel restricted in any way. You're always super comfortable when you're wearing them. And they've got the iconic Vivaia insole, which just has so much support for your foot. So if you want to wear these all day long and feel incredibly comfortable, well supported, then these are just the absolute dream. And also, of course, I got them in a neutral colour, so they go with everything. They kind of match the gilet, and it's a really nice way of tying the outfit all together at the bottom, so let me show you. I really struggle to find places to show you full-length outfits in this house. I don't know why. Don't know how well you can see from here, but this kind of sandy colour just works really, really perfectly with the tones of the gilet, the tones of my little knitwear piece. And you guys are right, loafers are really, really versatile when it comes to wearing with trousers. So I think I'm going to be getting a lot of wear out of styles like this. Again, I know we're very back to front, but yesterday with my meetings in London, one of the meetings involved us having a real deep dive into what you guys were buying last Black Friday, last Cyber Week. And I know that sounds a little bit creepy, but if ever you purchase anything from my links, I am able to kind of look at that information and use it to ensure that I'm talking about the right kinds of brands, the right kind of products, and ensure that I'm talking about brands that you love. And Vivaia was in the top 3 brands that you guys purchased during the Cyber Week last year. So I'm really excited to share an early discount for Vivaia. The code that you'll need is 𝑗OSIBF, and basically the more shoes that you choose to purchase, the better the discount. So it starts at 15% off for 1 pair, all the way up to 30% off for 4 pairs. So throughout the vlog, I'm going to show you a few of my favourites from Vivaia, how I'm going to be styling them, and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration. I mean, you could always like message your sister, your mom, your daughter, and see if they want any and club together. Use the discount code to bump up your discount. But yeah, as I said, I'll show you my favourites. I'm sure you all know the shoes that I'm going to be showing you, whether it's the sausage dog slippers or my little asymmetric heel boots that I wear all the time and they are completely water resistant, amazing, or my shoes that I can stick in the washing machine. I'll show you a few of my favourites so that you can make the most of that upper end of the discount code. But anyway, by the sounds of the chatting, Jake and Charlie have finished filming the kitchen ASMR video, so I need some coffee because I'm incredibly tired, and let's begin today's shoot day.
Teddy bear that lives in this house. I'd like to see that tongue.
Daddy, please. Oh, what a hot dog.
We like to be in here together.
We're best friends, we're best friends. Okay, my darlings, it's a couple of hours later. We have had a very productive morning shooting. Just had the most gorgeous celeriac and parsnip soup from Quince and Clover, which was 10 out of 10. I'm in my next outfit to shoot now, and we are now gonna head to Cornwell. It's just such a nice day. It feels festive, especially because the light from this window, I look out and I see the holly tree with the red berries. It's just making me very excited for what's to come. So, all the things that we're shooting today, it's actually not really fashion content, it's more other projects, and actually it's mostly Charlie shooting today, but I thought because Cornwell is so nice and it's such a beautiful venue, I would just get some like realistic countryside autumn outfits. I guess the last one was a realistic countryside autumn outfit as well, so this is the next one. We have got the perfect base layer, and I would say hold out for Cyber Week, because when will I have a discount code? Very soon. Within the next 10 days, I will have an epic Lily Silk discount for Cyber Week. This is a Lily Silk cashmere, and it is the base layer that you will absolutely live in. So I've got it in white. I would also recommend getting the beautiful tan colour if you wear black. I don't, but if you wear black, then it's just the perfect thickness. Lily Silk cashmere is such good quality. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. I love the rib detail. I love the thickness of the material. Perfection. Then I have got this gilet, which is the perfect herringbone. I absolutely love it. Got a little quilted pattern up there. Suede detail, just so lovely. Little pockets as well, and then these are the most incredibly comfortable 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 style trousers. Gilet and trousers are both Joules and the same belt that I was wearing earlier. I will leave everything linked down below, but as I said, hold out for Cyber Week sales. And then we have got, how on earth am I going to show you with this crazy lighting? Oh my gosh. Can you see my boots from there? Because I really want you to see how fabulous these boots are. Is it better if I do this? Can you see a little bit better there? So I'll show you them in action here. These are the, I don't know if this is flattering, it's not a very nice camera angle, is it? But you can see how wonderful they are. These are the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 boots from Vivaia, and I would also so highly recommend adding these into your order. Once again, we have got an incredibly grippy sole, perfect for exploring. This is pretty water resistant, so you can just take a wet cloth and kind of clean this down, making them really perfect for nice long walks, and especially if you then want to go to a pub and look quite smart. Comfort wise, this is so elastic. Like, look, I can literally put my arm down there. It's so beautifully fitting. So if you've ever had problems where you find boots are a little bit too tight on your calves, or maybe you just don't want them to be loose. Like, sometimes I find that it's not very flattering when your boots are quite gapey. So the fact that these just fit really, really nicely, I absolutely love. And once again, they've got super cushioning and support inside the sole, and the actual fabric of the boots is heat retaining, which is just an absolute dream, especially at this time of year. One of the main reasons I love cashmere is because it keeps you cool when it's warm and warm when it's cool. It's absolutely perfect. They actually call the sole a honeycomb pressure release, which I think is why you can literally wear boots like this for an entire day and you will eternally find them comfortable. So as a very practical, wearable, realistic autumnal countryside outfit, sorry if you're spinning around a little bit, I just absolutely love this. I'm actually going to take a jumper dress with me to Cornwell to maybe shoot that there as well, because these boots also look really, really nice with a jumper dress. So yeah, another one to add to your order. I'm actually sitting at Charlie's desk in the office. It feels quite funny looking at the room from a different angle, you know, when you're so used to, I normally sit there, Chloe sits there, so yeah, it feels weird looking at this room from a different angle. But I thought I would just quickly tell you what to kind of look out for in the coming fortnight. Spoiler alert, no one has told me that I'm not allowed to tell you this, so I'm gonna tell you anyway. Cyber Week is not a week this year. It is pretty much a month. I think the first deals that I'm sharing with you are from the 5th of November all the way up until the 2nd of December, which is madness. 2nd of December, I believe, is Cyber Monday. I don't remember ever in the time that I have been sharing Cyber Week content, which is literally 10 years. I know that, I guess my content has moved a little bit away from loads of fashion, and it has become quite lifestyle-y, but with fashion implemented. Like, of course, I'm showing you my outfits and my shoes today, but I'm not so much like ASOS haul, Zara haul as much as I used to be. But I still love to share Cyber Week sales with you because it's such an important time of year to get things for yourself or for Christmas gifts, and it's often some of my most engaged with content. So hopefully the vast majority of you are looking forward to that this year. And once again, as always, I'm working with my favourite brands to bring you the best deals, like higher than the deals that you would find just by typing in the website, and also earlier. So a lot of the time I have at least 24 24 hours early access to the brands that are sharing the deals. So again, no one's asked me to keep any of this a secret, so I'll let you in on a few little sneaky peeks. There will of course be some incredible opportunities to get jewellery at amazing prices. I am styling some of my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 favourites today. Earrings, ring. This is actually, who is this? I think this is 𝑭𝒆𝑦𝒆. I can't remember who made the bracelet. Sadly, I don't think there'll be any discounts on Cartier, sadly. But so jewellery, there'll be some incredible deals for jewellery. Lily Silk, I've already mentioned. Vivaia, I said it was going to start on the 5th of November. It's already started. Vivaia have already given the discount code, which is crazy. LED masks. I will have a very exciting early offer for you for that. A few brands that there's no point in holding out for because they won't do sales. Holland Cooper, sorry, they don't do Cyber Week sales. It's just not on brand for them. Stratford Upon Avon, they don't do Cyber Week sales, so you can buy that whenever you want to. But take a look at the blog post that I did last year. I'll leave it linked down below with all of the roundup of the sales, because that will give you an idea of who's going into the sale this year. It's pretty much the same brands as last year. And if you are not yet signed up to my newsletter, thank you for those of you that are. We have had such a huge uplift in subscribers recently. I know that so many of you are absolutely loving it. We have a weekly newsletter that goes out on Fridays, and it has recipes, it has edits, it has discount codes, things to do in the Cotswolds. This week we did a really lovely roundup of like the best pumpkin patches, the best places to do apple picking and pressing and things like that. It's a very wholesome newsletter. And we will have more regular newsletters going out during Cyber Week with the best daily roundups of the best discount codes, but we'll also have the hub on the blog. If you want lots of outfits, then there's an app called LTK, which is basically like kind of Instagram but purely shoppable fashion. So if you want to shop your favorite influencers' outfits, then you can go on LTK. And then also there will be some amazing deals on Amazon, and in the description box down below you'll find my Amazon storefront. And we will have a special Cyber Week section there with just really practical things. Like I like to stock up on my gradual tan from Tan Luxe. That's nearly always like 50% off. I like to stock up on my coffee pods. So I'm just saying, the sales are coming. They're going to be amazing this year, and as always I will be sharing with you all the very best sales. I was also thinking maybe, because I don't want to bombard people that are not interested. I know most of you are, but I know that not everyone is. What do you guys think to me starting a broadcast channel on Instagram? That's something that I might do for like blasting out links, sales, discount codes. What do you think? Would you join it? And if so, when this video goes live, I'll check the feedback and I might launch it. So yeah, let me know if you'd like a broadcast channel. Is that all I have to report? My goodness. I feel like it's all just very front of mind. Anyway, I was actually sat here because I was going to show you. Do you guys care about the analytics? I don't know if you do. I was going to show you and talk through what products you guys absolutely loved in last year's Cyber Week sales, but maybe that's just TMI. Maybe you don't need to know that. If you would like to know, then maybe I'll do a how to prepare for Cyber Week video, and I'll share them another time in the future. Anyway, Charlie and Jake will be finished shooting soon. We've got to finish a really cool video that we are going to be sharing on Instagram in a week's time, even after this video goes live. I think 7th of November, but it's a really cool reel. Can't wait to share it. It's a really fun project, and it requires props like this. So we're going to shoot that at Cornwell, and then I've got something really fabulous to shoot there in their ballroom. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm going to fill up the car with my goodies, my outfits, and let's get going. Okay, made it to Cornwell, and it's always just such a pleasure to shoot here. There are so many beautiful backdrops, and at the moment it's looking so autumnal. If I spin you around, lighting's not quite as good for me, but you can see this gorgeous, what actually is it? Maybe a Virginia creeper? I think it's just so vibrant. I'm wearing the same as what I was wearing before, but I've now got this lovely coat on. Sorry if I'm making you feel dizzy, but yeah, this really lovely coat. It's got this beautiful cord detail on the collar, check detail, quilting on the main part of the coat, and the rest of the outfit is the same as before. The boots look really, really nice. as part of a more practical outfit like this. So this is look number 1 that we're shooting here at Cornwell. I can imagine on a really cold day the fact that these boots retain heat will just be so cozy and comfy. But for today, they're just amazing for their versatility with lots of different outfits. Behind the scenes of something fun coming to at Charlie Irons very soon. That's really nice. I haven't seen you in a grey suit before.
I really like the suit. The challenges. The suit is from Barbara and Next, which I absolutely love. The challenges, Next don't actually have. Like, I really wanted a dark green knit.
Ooh.
Like this in dark green would look better with this outfit.
Well, it's very nice.
So thank you to the secret designs for Next. We sort one out.
Sort it out. Well, this is a very inviting window, or door I should say, leading out onto one of the beautiful terraces here at Cornwell, and this is the beautiful ballroom. So for anyone who is lucky enough to get married here, this is one of the rooms that you can use for your dinner or for dancing. I obviously didn't vlog the day, but on Ben and Robin's wedding day, this is where we had the most gorgeous meal. If I can find any photos, I'll pop them on the screen. And oh my goodness, they had the most amazing flowers in here. There is also this rather spectacular balcony. I'm just gonna remind myself how you get up there, how you get up there, because I'd quite like to take some photos up there for the project that we're shooting. I have a feeling, could it be through this door? Let's take a look. Ooh, It is so very kind of Charlotte. Oh, no, that is a cleaning cupboard. Very kind of Charlotte, who manages the events here, to let us shoot here so often. We always share some lovely content with them for them to use as well. Aha, we found it. Okay, this is perfection. Oh gosh, they need to do a little sweeperoo. Oh my goodness me. This is so perfect for what we're shooting today. I love these giant tapestries on the walls. Really is spectacular. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get shooting. I'll show you a bit of behind the scenes and it will not be a surprise who we're shooting for. It'll be very obvious indeed. That's a rather gorgeous view as well. Oh, so gorgeous, and I love the old sleigh roof here. Such a nice roof. Ooh, I wonder what this does. I probably should not play around with that, should I? Ah, I wonder if it lifts and lowers the chandelier. Could well be. So my darlings, this is the sneak peek that I'm giving you. I think it's very obvious what we're shooting in here. It's so perfect. The light in here at the moment is just absolutely gorgeous. The way that it comes in through these giant Georgian windows. Just tried to shoot something on my phone. Never looks quite as good. But Jake and Charlie are just finishing up, and then we're going to get some gorgeous footage in here. again after a really good shoot day. I didn't manage to get many of the kind of extra outfits shot that I wanted to because Charlie took his time getting his content, but it was important that we prioritised that anyway. So glad we got that done, and you saw a little sneak peek. Oh, that was my YouTube alarm. Oh my god, I was thinking, who's calling me at 5 o'clock? I absolutely hate answering the phone. Does anyone else just hate it? It literally makes my heart go ah. I don't know if that's just the inner child in me. Tell me if you're the same, please. I hate phone calls. Like, if a phone call could have been an email or a text, I would much rather it be one of the latter two. Anyway, so yeah, so lucky to be able to shoot in the beautiful ballroom at Cornwell Manor. It really is the most beautiful place. And now I'm spoiling myself again. This is getting quite a ridiculous and expensive habit, but I've got another therapist coming from the Lucie app today, and I actually booked 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, her name is, and I'm not sure if I've had a treatment with 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 before. Possibly at Soho Farmhouse. Where we're quite lucky around here is a lot of the therapists are like the best ones from Bamford or Soho Farmhouse that are also on the apps, because obviously they get paid more if they work directly with you. So I've been treating myself to some nice at-home treatments lately. I had the reflexology last week, and I booked 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 for a sculpting facial, but I'm actually going to ask her if we can do a last-minute switch just to a nice relaxing back and shoulder and neck massage, because I feel like I'm just very, very tense and tight in these areas. So we'll see what she says. I guess it depends on what equipment she's got with her, but anyway, she's going to be here any second, so I'm going to put the kettle on in case she wants a tea and get the bedroom in the right zone. Music on, diffuser going, and get the lighting just right. Good morning, my darlings. It is now Friday morning. I have had a very nice morning this morning, a very early Pilates. It was actually our lovely teacher Antonia's final class before she heads off on maternity leave, so everyone was in very good spirits. And then I decided to treat myself to a 20-minute sauna, and I actually remembered to put my book in my gym bag, so I read a couple of chapters of It Ends With Us while in the sauna. And I was listening to a podcast about the benefits of sauna, both to and from the gym, and I think I'm going to try and make it a much more regular habit, especially at this time of year. Apparently it's really good for, obviously, detoxification, but also really helps to give your immune system a little bit of a kick up the butt, let's say. Also fantastic for cardiovascular health, so a really nice kind of complementary thing to do alongside exercise. So I'm going to try and make the time to do that. I'm actually about to go and get changed because we're now heading into Stratford Upon Avon for the Joules store launch, which is going to be really good fun. I haven't been to Stratford in a very long time. If you remember a certain incident that happened in Stratford, let me know down below if you've been watching the vlogs since then. I think it was the first Vlogmas that we lived here. Anyway, before I get changed, I wanted to show you this outfit that I've been wearing to potter about this morning, because it's so simple and yet so perfect as an everyday practical autumn outfit, seeing as that seems to be the theme of the outfits I've been showing you today. This dress was a really kind gift actually from a brand called Strawtop, and they also sent a lovely cardigan which I'm going to be living in. It's so cozy, but a brown jumper dress is just an essential for me, and it's got slits up both sides, so you've got plenty of movement, nice and fitted, and a really nice thickness. Another benefit to saunas, I feel like my skin is glowing, but then I did also have that treatment last night, so everything helps. And then we have to also take a moment for these boots. These are... Is that better? Yeah. So these are the Willow boots from Vivaia, and I love that they're called Willow and the fact that they're a Western style boot, because, fun fact, Willow is actually my favourite Taylor Swift song, and obviously she's very well known for her Western style. So these boots, as you can see, they've got a very wide, I think they call it a leg shaft. So if you like a little bit more roominess, if you like to tuck trousers in, then that's perfect. And they've also got that really wonderful stretch to them. This material here is water resistant, and they've got the really incredibly comfortable soles, so all of the support you need, and the stitching detail, which is just really, really pretty. Now, when I was checking the name of these on the Vivaia website, I typed in Western boots, and oh my goodness, there are more on my wish list at the moment. I'll pop a couple of pairs on the screen here that are on my particular wish list. This lower down ankle Western boots, I guess you could call them, and then like a kind of 3/4 height as well. They just have so many. These are in a nutmeg colour, which is a really nice kind of lighter shade, and they've also got, well, there's a huge variety of colours. I definitely recommend you to check out the website. So yeah, as I'm showing you so many lovely practical and realistic wearable outfits and Vivaia boots, I wanted to give this outfit a little shout out before I get changed. I don't know what I'm going to get changed into, but seeing as we're heading to a Joules store launch, I think it's got to be Joules. So let's go and pull together a lovely outfit. We've actually got a tiny bit of light in here for once. So before I get changed, I thought I'd just quickly show you this outfit in potentially better lighting with the cardigan. Oh my god, I just love it. This to me is the ultimate comfort. Working from home, want to be cozy but want to be chic. Yeah, I just love it. I love a cardigan. Something like this in the neutral tones with the nutmeg of the boots, the brown of the dress, the dark brown of the cardi. I love it. But sadly, I do need to get changed for today's little event. So let's see what outfits I can put together. Okay, my darlings, made it to lovely Stratford Upon Avon. I decided to wear exactly what I wore yesterday because it was easy to grab. So we've just parked up right next to where we want to have lunch, which is a restaurant called the Woodsman, and 17847. I'm just sorting out the parking. Stratford Upon Avon, most famous as the hometown for none other than Shakespeare. Yes, actual Shakespeare used to live here. In fact, we'll trot down the high street and I'll show you his humble abode slash the Shakespeare Museum. The whole town is quite Tudor in its style. Lots of the black and white beam style buildings. If you are interested in British history, then Stratford Upon Avon is such a wonderful place to come. It really is the cutest little high street. Like, I can imagine people trotting down here in their horse and carriages. Yeah, it's not changed very much at all. Okay, car parking sorted. I love it when you can do it on your app. Charlie's just running into the pub to hopefully make us a lunch reservation. I've not got any eye makeup on today because I'm heading to see lovely Rosie after our little Stratford morning to get my lashes and brows done, and I don't ever feel the need to put mascara on the morning before a lash appointment because she's only going to take it off again, and this will save time and save rubbing as well. My eyes can be quite sensitive, so if we don't have to do the whole removal just before the appointment, then usually it's a little bit less sore. Anyway, let's go for a little bit of a mooch around Stratford. This is what I mean about the black and white style of building. So I just had a really quick Google, and the town of Stratford Upon Avon is around 800 years old. They celebrated their 800th year. 800. It's got what, sorry? God Save the King. God Save the King. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, they celebrated their 800th birthday in 1996. So my goodness. This is, the high street is kind of like a star shape. So there's lots of little streets to wander down, lots of cute little cafes. You can really get lost here. Plenty of nice little antique shops, lots of gift shops and things like that. Gosh, this building looks absolutely ancient. Look at the beams on here, my goodness. So day one of Joules reopening in Stratford Upon Avon. Let's go and take a look. Look what Charlie's spotted.
Sausage dogs. Thing is, lesson, if you want a successful business,
you must
put
have
sausage dogs in the window.
Yes. Real ones would be even better, as long as I'm also in the window kissing them.
Yeah, see, that's a nice photo, but it would have been better with the sausage dog.
I think everyone in the family is going to be receiving Joules sausage dog slippers for their Christmas gifts. They're so cute, aren't they? Oh, look.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. They have
Quite
got
like
the nicest
I like
silky
the
pajamas.
logo and everything.
Yeah, they've kind of
Hibernate.
gone back to their heritage, haven't they? And you've got a very scruffy sausage dog on these silky pajamas.
Does everyone on the vlog know the story though?
What is the story?
Well, so the brand was obviously founded by someone called Tom Joules and his wife. I think his wife was the creative director.
Yeah.
They sold the business. The business kind of struggled after they sold it, and they've now bought back into the business.
Yeah, which is why they've gone back to their roots.
It's gone back to their roots.
Yeah, it's even more epic. Love that. It's such a beautiful store. It's really, really big. There's actually a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 coffee machine for the opening day today. I've got so many more things on my wish list after seeing everything in real life. I've just spotted this. You know, I'm a fan of a ruffly collar. Beautiful
That would
green.
be nice and green.
Really nice.
I can't see you wearing navy so much.
Ah,
nice.
This looks familiar.
Do you know what that is nice?
Yeah, it is nice. That'd be great to wear to get to Pilates. That's rather nice with the brown cord collar. Love that. Ooh. It's a little gift section for men. They've got the Defender jumper. We have to legally call it a 4x4 jumper so that Land Rover don't get angry. So we're having a little look at their home pieces. They've got some lovely fabrics, some wallpapers, different trims, and all of the patterns are designed in-house, completely bespoke to Joules. Some of the wallpapers up there, lovely lamps, beautiful. So we actually ended up spending an hour in Joules. So many lovely things to look at and people to chat to. So we're heading now for lunch at the Woodsman. Well, this looks fab. As Charlie said, it's quite a gamey menu. So what's in your burger? Well, not game, is it?
Well, this is actually pork, but this is from Paddock Farm, which is our village butcher.
Yes, and then we've got cauliflower croquettes, Scotch egg, and I've got a butternut squash soup, and this is rabbit and cheese croquette. I don't know if I've had rabbit before. Don't know how I feel about it.
This is like chicken.
That's what they say about everything that's slightly questionable. I might need to try a bit of your burger if that's all right, darling. So we've got the noise of a van manoeuvring behind us. I just wanted to show you this. They've got these historical plaques just outside important buildings in Stratford. This is the one that's just outside the Woodsman. We had a lovely lunch. We ate in the pub. There is a smarter restaurant as well. So this is saying it used to be called the Falcon Inn from 1655, and the original building dates back from 1624. My goodness. See, this is the thing around here. All of the old wealthy families were from the wool trade, so woolen draper William Walford, maybe even where the Walford brand comes from, you never know. Yeah, just really interesting to find out the history of the buildings. Gosh, this is so cool. This is the building that I showed you earlier with the really old, what would you call it? Wood?
Timber uprights.
Timber uprights. I knew you'd know the official name. Yeah. It's called Harvard House, and Thomas Rogers, that once lived here, one of his daughters married Robert Harvard, who founded what is now Harvard University. My goodness.
No, you've got that wrong.
No, I haven't, darling.
So Catherine, one of Thomas's daughters, sorry, yeah, Robert Harvard of Southwark, though. So he wasn't an American. Robert Harvard of Southwark.
Oh, and then their
son
John.
Their son John emigrated to America and founded what is Harvard. So I didn't know Harvard was founded by a British person. But
Yes.
I guess, obviously, knowing what we know about Boston and that part of the US, it's mostly British emigration originally anyway, isn't it?
Wow, so cool. I was only thinking the other day, where is my closest Gales? I think this might be new. This is the cute little high street of Stratford Upon Avon. We're heading down towards Shakespeare's house. Not gonna lie, this street does give me a little bit of PTSD, but it's a very cute little place. All the buildings have got such unique character. Ah, a Pret. Your dad would be happy.
Hallmark of quality.
Hallmark of quality. Pandora. Yeah, they got some cute bits down here. This is the shop that the incident occurred in back in on that fateful day. Yeah, it's beautiful. They've got some stunning rings in here. Antique diamond engagement rings. Beautiful. So this here is the birthplace of William Shakespeare. We have got Shakespeare's gift shop over there.
He might be in actually, because
He
he's
might
got the
be in.
window open.
Yeah, he's definitely home. And the funny thing is, you can see a little window here which shows the construction of the building, which is a wattle and daub type of construction, exactly the same as our house.
It's laid up in there, that's so funny.
They've not changed it since he left.
It's got all the plastic fruit and bread though. Which is nice.
I think I came here for a school trip once, you know, and we had to dress up like Shakespeareans.
I mean, it is amazing. Look at the wood. Like, that's going to be here for another couple of 100 years, like, easily.
This is the cutest little Christmas shop all year round, full of festive decoration. Let's take a look inside. It's so adorable. Like a full Christmas grotto, my goodness. This kind of reminds me of the cafe that Freddie and I went to in New York, where we paid for a very expensive eggnog. Yeah.
Quite like that.
What is that? Tank engine. Cute. There's a Harry Potter shop, House of Spells. How cool.
Remember that the wand chooses the wizard.
The wand chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter. You're not allowed to touch them, Charlie.
Oh, sorry.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Which is the elder wand? That one?
Yeah, the far right.
Okay, leave a comment down below. Which house would Charlie be in? Which house would I be in?
I would almost, or Dexter and I would be in Slytherin.
You think you'd be in Slytherin?
No, I wouldn't really. I'd be an undercover Gryffindor in Slytherin.
Dickie would be a Hufflepuff.
Josie would almost certainly be a Hufflepuff. Right, I'm conscious of time for you.
Shakespeare in his jazzy trousers. I wonder if this silhouette will ever come back into fashion. Very voluminous. Like a, what do they call it? A bouffant skirt. Such a yummy selection in Gales. A maple and pecan scone. I might have to try making one of those. Yummy! Okay, we've got our coffees, oat milk latte, and about 7 different pastries. Apparently the Gales is only a couple of weeks old. Just popping into the Chaucer's Head bookshop. Was he not Shakespeare's competitor? Probably. But as Charlie just said as he walked in, the smell as you walk in here is so amazing. Proper old, well-handled books. I'm sure you know what I mean. It smells like a very old school library. The Birmingham Post yearbook and Who's Who. Etiquette and Modern Manners. Oh my gosh, this is an old 𝑑eBrett's book.
My reasoning, so that's auctioneer, and there are 2. 𝑑𝑟𝑒𝑤.
But look, these are good ones.
A.
King's England, Gloucestershire, Worcestershire. I'm gonna get these.
Nice.
Windsor
The
Castle.
other is
This is really interesting. So years ago with a brand, I went to a 𝑑eBrett's etiquette masterclass at Claridge's, and this is one of their really old school books, and it literally talks about every social situation you might find yourself in, and what the correct etiquette is. So doggy bagging, an American habit of asking for uneaten food. Is that bad manners? Not acceptable in Britain. Scandalous, because I always do that. Obviously this is really traditional, should be taken with a pinch of salt. Complaining, this is something that Charlie should read about, the correct etiquette when it comes to complaining. There's also a section about splitting the bill, the correct etiquette for that, what you should do if you spot your chums in a restaurant, say hello briefly when you arrive or leave or en route to the loo, and do not sit down at your friend's table or disrupt your party. Yeah, really, really interesting. Any situation you might find yourself in, you've got the correct social etiquette.
Googling him and finding out more about him. I don't know if it's Kaiser Wilhelm or one of the family.
Up next on today's adventures, we've come to The Barn, antiques, collectibles, furniture at Long Marston. They've got a nice little cafe here with seasonal treats, but we're going to go and see if anything catches our eye in here. They always have some quite nice garden antiques here. They've got these little iron Christmas trees. I think last time I came here was before our wedding, when I was on the hunt for little trinkets to decorate the space with. Oh, that's actually quite nice.
Gorgeous.
I think we'll have him.
Yes.
Yeah, that will look really nice.
Look, little chicks with a cockerel.
We've got the chickens at home, haven't we? And we've got the rabbits.
Chickens, yeah.
But I think we should have a deer as well. We'll grab him when we're done.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Are these onions?
Yeah, they're just a bit big, I think, those ones. I think what we've got at the moment is good. They definitely didn't have Christmas bits when we were last here.
He's rather cute though, isn't it?
He looks like Harold. Oh, it's a mouse. I thought it was a hedgehog.
No, it's a
Have they got a hedgehog? Can symbolise Harold on our Halloween tree. I have also now had my lashes and brows done. I have got no makeup on, so excuse my appearance, but it just makes such a difference. I said to Rosie, you've found so many brow hairs that I didn't even know that I had. So this is really funny because at the gym they have got bottles of lovely 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 perfume, but it's the kind of bottle where it's like you just pour the liquid out, and one of the ladies said, oh, I'm on the lookout for an old-fashioned perfume bottle to decant it into, and that's exactly what they've got here. This is very cute. This is like a really old-fashioned granny's sewing box. How adorable. Beats my little pencil case that I'm currently using. These here are old-fashioned coffee grinders. So you put your beans in, do your spinning, and get your grinds out the bottom. How wonderful. Pre-La Marzocco.
Cutting 4 things at the same time, isn't it? How weird.
Lala's found an antique gardening tool. We don't know what it's for, but it looks rather lethal. No, I think it's just a collection of items there. I don't think they're related.
How strange.
Oh, is that an old dibber? Yeah, it's a dibber. Oh no. Oh, I don't know what any of these things are. It's always quite fun to look at the kitchen gadgets because things like this, you know, you'd find that in Anthropology. That would probably be £20. And here, the lemon squeezer, £14 for an original. Very cool. What else have they got? Old rolling pins. That's a good one for pastry. An old pestle and mortar. I never knew which is the pestle and which is the mortar. And then what else have we got? A ceramic rolling pin. Lots of cutlery. Cute little jelly molds. Sleeping bunny rabbit jelly molds. How cute. So this is a book all about the old houses of Stratford Upon Avon that we were just visiting. You'll be familiar with that style from what I showed you earlier. And this is a really old, don't know how old, photo of the high street, literally numbers 17 to 21. So this is where the Joules shop is that we were just inside. How funny. Old timber houses in the high street. Gosh, so funny that there are literally books all about the historical buildings all around this area. Thatched houses on fork legs. There'll be information in here, no doubt, about the Harvard house that we were just looking at. Well, you know how Charlie and I are into longevity. This is a book all about the secret of long life. Let's see what they recommended back in the 1800s. I'm sure that just said exorcism. Oh, maybe not. Secrets to a long life, politics. The right thing to do, if possible, is to avoid politics altogether. Yep, I would have to agree. Yeah. Astrology. Sleep. Now this is something that I'm sure hasn't changed much in terms of advice. Get as much as possible. If you sleep badly, dear reader, either your mind or your digestion is in trouble. Now, as to the trouble of the mind, advice is useless. If you're in love, why? Gather your rosebud as soon as possible. If you're in debt, fight your way through. Try to attain that enviable position, to be the owner of a small country house and a large balance at Coutts. I don't know if this book is satirical or not. How funny. Oh, 𝑚𝒔𝒆. Lala has found some fabulous old crutches. Gosh, how posh they used to be. I found this vintage Harrods suitcase, actually very good value at £28. Even got Harrods written on the zips. Very cute. Leather on the top. Okay, my darlings, back home again with my very bold eyebrows. They always look a little bit funny on the first day, especially when I don't have any other makeup on in that area. I also picked up some Smarties, and we've just got to talk about the fact that they are nowhere near as good as they used to be. Even the orange ones, which are always my favourite, they're just not the same. It doesn't even taste like real chocolate. I'm bitterly disappointed. Oh, actually, that one's quite good. The orange one is the best. So I did get a few wonderful bits from the Joules store. I thought I would quickly show you a few of them. I don't know if I showed in the vlog earlier the brown Defender Christmas jumper that Charlie picked up as well, but that was really, really lovely. Continuing kind of on the theme of very wearable autumn outfits, I feel like a classic fleece is something that you literally just can't go wrong with. It's the kind of thing that I like to throw on at the end of a work day with leggings or with some comfy wide leg trousers. And this is a really nice kind of dusky pink colour. Once again, I'm going to try these on when we've got better lighting. It's 5 o'clock and already getting super dark at the moment, so I'll probably film some trial clips for these in the morning. Sticking with my love of pie crust detail, I picked up this jumper here. In this light I can't actually tell whether it's green or brown, but it's a greeny brown with the wonderful ruffled detail up at the top here. And that same detail on the sleeves, quite similar to the one I was wearing yesterday, but a little bit thicker in the fabric. And then they had some really fun Christmas jumpers as well as the Defender ones. There was a sheep jumper, apparently Princess Diana wore something like this. If we can find the photo, I'll pop it on the screen here. There was one that said 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, but this one, Feliz Navidad, I thought was very, very clever. So if you live near a lot of sheep farmed fields like we do, then I thought this would be a really fun Christmas jumper. I can't believe we're already thinking about those. But especially by the time you watch this vlog, we're literally days away from November. And I feel like in November, it's fully acceptable to start talking about Christmas and Christmas jumpers. So this, I think, is just going to be a really practical and fabulous countryside coat, whether it's for heading out for dinner at a local pub or going for lovely walks and wanting to look quite smart at the same time, throwing on over whatever outfit for heading out for a dog walk, a trip to the farmer's market, whatever you might be up to. And the quality, I've got to say, the quality versus the price in Joules is really quite exceptional. It's a lot more affordable for most of the things than you would expect it to be. Charlie was saying he's got some really lovely lavender gilets, which are on the pricey end of the spectrum, and then Joules have some really similar for literally a quarter of the price. It's also got a really lovely lining. You can see the check detail a little bit more clearly here. And then this lovely suede collar detail. Really beautiful fit as well. And then last but not least, this was the piece that I was actually the most excited about. It's a wax jacket with a really lovely hood detail, and it's probably the most similar coat that I have seen in like the silhouette and shape to it to my barber, which we get asked about so often, but it's just so beautifully made. Again, this kind of tweedy style lining. You've got the corduroy detail on the collar here, and then this really lovely kind of cape detail on the back and a hood. So if you are heading out to do your outdoor errands when it's raining, this is just going to be so incredibly practical. You've got zippy pockets, you've got the long pockets down here. Oh yeah, there's even an internal pocket on the inside with the Joules heritage branding on there, and even a little drawstring so you can cinch it in ever so slightly at the waist so that you can make it really fit perfectly to your silhouette. So gorgeous pieces from Joules. And the store, I think they said it was their first new store opening in like 6 years, definitely since the rebrand. So really exciting that they chose lovely Stratford Upon Avon to do that. And then just Seeing as we're doing some practical autumn outfits, I ordered this from John Lewis. I've actually ordered the new iPhone, but that hasn't arrived yet. And in that order I also ordered this. I think it is cashmere wool blend, and I thought the fact that it's 3/4 sleeves is just going to make it really practical, especially on days when I'm cooking or if I'm just busy, and I don't know, sometimes long sleeves get in the way, so I thought that'd be very practical. And then something else cozy and wonderful, and yes, I do have a lot of coats in my collection. This was a very, very kind gift from 𝑭𝒂𝒐. It's just the coziest, fluffiest, most wonderful coat that I cannot wait to wear. I think with leggings, with boots, it's going to look really gorgeous. You've got this fleecy kind of ribbed detail here on the pockets. And it's really nice and padded as well, so on those chilly mornings and I'm heading out the house early before the sun has even risen, this is going to keep me nice and toasty warm, and it is the most gorgeous colour. So thank you very much to 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒅. It is dinner time and Charlie has been thinking about fajitas for far too long.
I just love fajitas.
It was what we, wasn't, I think that's fajitas the first thing you ever cooked for me.
So when I was living in London,
when I was a young warthog.
I lived in London when I was 20, I met you when I was 21. The only things I could cook, I left home being able to cook a very average cottage pie.
You never cooked me a cottage pie.
Yeah, but cottage pie was quite expensive, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like back then for me. A stir fry, I was a stir fry man. I had stir fry like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Because I'd get the kit that was like
Sainsbury's, all the chopped veg. Yeah, I remember that.
Value,
yeah.
Good value. And I didn't have much money then. And so I did that. And then my other thing was fajitas.
Yeah.
But, so as time's evolved, we've elevated it. So tonight we're going to be having like fajitas with like a really nice fresh guacamole with dukkha, coriander, spinach. We'll do some halloumi with them. So it's quite healthy, and it's a healthy fajitas. But what I did notice is we haven't had them for a long time. And I went into the supermarket, which I don't do very often, and I was struggling to find wraps. And they have like 20 different... They almost, I feel like, this was Sainsbury's, but all supermarkets do this. I feel like they make it deliberately difficult. So you end up buying something that is still a Sainsbury's brand, because they had about 7 or 8 brands and they're all Sainsbury's.
Yeah, it's clever.
And I ended up buying these. Now, obviously, as a lesson, these actually are best before 27th of October. So I picked up some that were 2026. They're about 2026. They're vac packed, but even these that look healthy, and I knew this when I bought them, but I wanted to buy them to show you.
Sorry, they go out of date in 2 days' time?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That was actually a bit silly, if anything. But I bought them more as an example. We'll obviously use them. But look, because this brand's there, which is slightly more expensive. Obviously, this is in no way an ad. I've never actually knew they do good pizzas.
Imagine doing an ad for fajita wraps.
And there are people out there that would do it. So basically, in this one, there is wholemeal wheat flour, water, virgin olive oil, salt. That's it, right?
Really? That's good.
Same in this one. So this has got Italian reground durum wheat, semolina, water, virgin olive oil, salt. This one, which still looks quite friendly, and there were ones in there that were way worse than this, so I should have actually got one of them as an example, has, I'm not even going to read all the ingredients, but wholemeal wheat flour, water, wheat bran, palm oil, humectant, glycerol, raising agents, disodium disulfate, sodium carbonates, sugar, acidity regulator, citric acid, emulsifier.
Oh god.
Mono and dichlorides of fatty acids.
If there's an ingredient that you can't...
Is calcium proportionate.
If there's an ingredient...
Flour treatment agent L-cysteine.
If there's an ingredient in something that you can't pronounce, that is a sign to not buy it.
I just think, crazy. Like, that annoyed me. And then the one other thing, which actually is an eye-opener and quite shocking, I bought this and I only looked at it at a later date. And actually, even in the organic one, so you get this, these are all coconut creams, and we use coconut cream in probably twice a week because we make like veggie curry and we normally have a Thai green curry.
Oh, don't tell me the Waitrose one's bad.
So the Sainsbury's, well, okay, so this Biona one, I haven't actually looked at this.
Oh, that one will be okay.
Well, this is what you think.
I trust that brand.
No, but there's a lot of ingredients.
It should just be coconut.
Okay, that's great. This is coconut 80% and water.
Thank goodness.
This is coconut cream we're talking
Biona gets a thumbs up.
Now, but then this will be more expensive.
Yeah.
This, which is our go-to, because these are coconut creams, as I say, so we use this to thicken it.
Don't tell me.
I don't know either.
Waitrose. Oh no!
This is not good.
Oh no!
So this isn't as bad as this, but this is coconut extract, 68%. I assume that is coconut. water, but then they've got a stabiliser, guar gum. So this is still slightly friendlier than this, because this
no,
one...
you don't want gums though.
No, but this one's even worse. This one really shocked me.
Oh no.
Coconut cream.
Is that the one that came with Riverford?
No. So Riverford's really clever. They come with the little, literally it's like desiccate, like dried coconut. That's the best one you can use.
And Riverford comes with those that orange brand.
Yeah, that's the milk. We're talking about coconut cream. Coconut cream, they come with like a little powder. It's like hard, and you add it and it thickens it. Because you want to use coconut cream when you want to thicken.
That's Sainsbury's own brand.
This is the Sainsbury's own one, which we used to use all the time when we lived in London. And bear in mind, this is obviously cheaper than this, and significantly cheaper than this. This is about £2.
We'll put the prices of each of them on the screen here.
But this has got sodium 𝑐�arbioxymethacellulose.
Sorry, is that the first ingredient?
No, first ingredient is 78% coconut extract. Why it's interesting
What is coconut extract?
Whereas this one is just it just literally says coconut.
Coconut extract could be anything.
It could be, but then this has this one has a stabilizer and an emulsifier. This one has just an emulsifier, which I think thickens it. A stabilizer, I believe, keeps it from separating. But like a yogurt, we learned this where like a 𝑑 yogurt. If you leave it for 2 days, water will form on the top. That's because there's not a stabilizer or an emulsifier in there. But you shake it, and it's yogurt. So you don't need these things. It's so that when people pour it, it looks perfectly creamy. Wow. But if you just shook it...
I feel like we do go on rants like this. Do you want to remind people why it's important to avoid these ingredients?
Half this stuff is carcinogenic. Seriously. So don't quote me
on
this.
I'm
not a doctor or a nutritionist or a physicist or anything. But I know that... Put it this way, cancer's on the rise, and there's a lot of chemicals in our food that I have no issue, I've said this before, I have absolutely no issue with going into a Shell garage, or other garages are available, and buying a double-decker.
I just smashed through a packet of Smarties.
And we know they're not healthy, but you're eating them and you know they're not healthy. My biggest issue is foods that pretend to be healthy and are not healthy.
You buy coconut cream.
As an alternative to cream.
Yeah. Thinking you're doing something healthy.
As I say, this one, just 2 massive words. So it says coconut extract, 78%, and then 2 massive words. Sodium carbamethylcellulose.
Wow.
And mono and diglycerides of fatty acids.
They came from a factory and a science lab, not from the ground.
I guess the takeaway of this is, we're all busy people, we don't have a lot of time on our hands. I just was particularly interested at the time when I went in. But just double check what you're using, especially if it's something that you use a lot. Just
read the ingredients.
Whether you could use something else. Everyone can eat whatever they want, but all I'm saying is I hate the idea that we're having the wool pulled over our eyes. And that's what a lot of this stuff does. Waitrose are doing it, and Sainsbury's are doing it. Tesco are doing it, and even M&S are doing it. M&S,
do you know what?
Friendly M&S.
Yeah, everyone's at it. And what makes Charlie angry? 2024.
Being lied to.
Yeah, being tomfooleried.
Tomfoolery.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, so while Charlie chops the onions in the background, I thought I would round off that little chat why Charlie and I are so passionate about removing as much UPF from our diets. And I know that it can be quite overwhelming. Like even today I found a YouTuber that lives, I think, in California, and she was going into so much detail about her diet and why she was changing every ingredient to balance out her hormones. And I was quite overwhelmed by it, and I actually had to switch her off because it was just too much. But I think the reason that Charlie and I get really passionate about this is because there is now just so much undeniable evidence about UPFs and eating lots of ultra-processed food. The average UK person's diet is 50% UPF.
And do you know what though? So I went into Sainsbury's or Tesco or whatever, Sainsbury's, and I think honestly, it is really eye-opening. This is on any budget. When you go into a supermarket and you actually walk down aisles and you're like, spot what's a real food item on this aisle. And there's a whole nother debate, because on the real food aisles there's a lot of farm washing, as we talked about on our channels, with regards to supermarkets claiming the produce is from the UK, and then when you scratch through the surface it's actually imported. However, that's a whole different debate, and to be fair, that debate is the slightly trickier, more uncomfortable thing with that is obviously main reason for that is margin, but also they bring the price down of food, which does help the cost of living, I guess, in one way. But on this, whatever your budget, it's just worth considering what I'm buying and eating. Is this real food? If it isn't, no issue, but just know what you're putting in your body. And I think that is the scary thing, that these companies, it started It's all about money. It's all about profit margin and shareholders. That's all it's about. UPF has never been about flavour. It's always been about how much money can we make and can we get away with this. And the thing is, it's not even that regulated, as we learn. And the food industry have basically just spent millions and millions and millions on advertising and research to come up with things that make our mouths stimulated and create this creamy flavour and taste and cover our tongue in flavour, but it's all fake. And whether it's cancer or not, it is never going to be good for your body. Human bodies are not designed to have that in our bodies.
No, we're not.
Fact.
This is what I bang on about with wild nutrition, with supplements, because supplements, not wild nutrition, they are food grown, but supplements are so often just a load of laboratory created chemicals. That's just one example. And the reason why people don't get as much from those kinds of supplements is because when you put chemicals that are made in a laboratory in your body doesn't know what to do with them, so it just kind of expels them.
It just says, and that's why, not to be graphic, but if you ever take, I mean, if you take any vitamins, you'll see some in your wee, but the reality is, if you go and take like a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 or a Vitabiotic, which is a brand that I have worked with without knowledge 10 years ago, a long time ago, it's just an expensive wee. Your body does not absorb any of that.
Yeah. But think about if 50% of your diet, which is the average Brit, 80% I think of an average American's diet is ultra processed food, that means that 50% of your diet was created in a laboratory and your body doesn't know what to do with those ingredients. So your body goes into kind of a crazy mode. It's so now strongly connected with type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancers, which is really, really scary. And I think what Charlie and I just get passionate about is, as we said, when there are two foods next to each other, just by reading the ingredients, you can make a far, far healthier decision.
Can I just say one thing as well? Because I know that we sometimes do get, obviously, and look, we have no issue with constructive criticism, comments like that, but the one thing I will say is, why we get passionate about this isn't almost just for our own benefit, because when you learn something, you think, well, okay, that's going to inform the decisions we make. But what I would love to continue using this channel in a way is to the awareness and the knowledge that we're building through events, through speaking to really high-profile, clever people, is share that with our audience so that everyone can make better informed decisions. Doesn't mean that we only eat healthy food. No. And even what we're talking about doesn't even mean just healthy food. Like if you're going to make a mac and cheese, use a good pasta, use a good cheese, use good milk and good butter. Don't use a sauce that's in a jar, don't use this. And then we will all honestly reap the benefits from it. That's the thing. And it's just, the more I scratch the surface, the more I'm like, this supermarket food industry is just one big con.
It's crazy.
On so many levels, and yet no one really, apart from the brands like Riverford, but no one big, like why are Panorama doing stuff about politicians? Great, but why are they not doing more about this? Probably because there's too many people with too much money that want to stop us knowing this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And people go, oh, conspiracy theories. It's not conspiracy theory at all. It's just that over time, since World War II, UPF just exploded, and it's just getting more and more innovative. Like the likes of Joules, that's just a UPF brand. Lots of people promote it. Their decision, that's fine, but that stuff is not good for you. Never going to be good for you.
Yeah.
You know, I'd much rather go and have a full fat milkshake. You know?
Oh yeah.
And enjoy it, you know?
Definitely.
But anyway, that's my rant over, but I guess I just want to help raise more and more awareness and affect positive change with our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's what we're conscious of, isn't it? We've been talking about this.
Yeah.
It's great that people are inspired, but we also want to make sure that we're all learning and we're all making better decisions. And yeah, there you go, boom.
There you go, boom. I just googled the 5 foods that are most likely to be ultra processed.
Other search engines are available.
Other search engines are available. Number 1 is sweetened drinks, which I think you probably guess. Crisps, which is very sad because I love my crisps, but I do try now to avoid things that I know are really, you know, full of crazy ingredients. Packaged cakes and biscuits, this also breaks my heart. Like, I really want to try the Marks & Spencer's cinnamon bun that everyone's talking about online, but I've just got a feeling the ingredients will be quite shocking. Ice cream is one that is really interesting, and we actually fell for it last week at the Jolly Nice Farm shop, sorry to say. We read the ingredients of their ice cream.
No, but that's a slightly more complicated issue.
Because you eat it knowing it's a treat.
No, and also ice cream, for it to travel, for it to bind,
Well,
you have to use, unless you're making it at home, fresh and putting it straight in the freezer, I do think it's quite difficult not using some of these things, but I could be wrong, I don't know enough about it.
Which is the good one though, there is a really popular ice cream, I think it might be 𝑭𝒂𝒕 that actually managed to not be UPF.
Definitely not.
Because even, for example, one of our friends bought a load of ice cream from the Hackney Ice Cream Co, thinking, oh, it's like a boutique ice cream company, it's going to be great. Read the ingredients.
No, but I think this is where we do have to be careful, because as I say, this is me and you debating live on YouTube, but I do think making ice cream commercially is quite difficult without using a stabiliser or an emulsifier. That's my belief.
Yeah.
It's still not as jam-packed, but you're going off track because all the things you're mentioning are obviously unhealthy and obviously treats. No one's eating a pack of Walker's crisps and thinking this is good for me, but it does make you feel good, it gives you a boost, whatever.
Yeah.
My issue is, like we just talked about, the foods that you're buying thinking they're healthy.
Yeah.
Those are the problem foods.
I can't find the good ice cream. I thought it was 𝑭𝒂𝒕.
That's what I'm saying, I don't think there is one.
No.
And if you make your own, great, but it's never quite as good.
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
think.
My ice cream is delicious.
It's the health foods. It's the smoothies. It's the innocent smoothies. It's the protein shakes. You know, all of that. Basically, anything you buy aside from a preserve that doesn't go out of date within about 10 days, you've got a question.
Yeah.
Because you've got to question what is in this. I mean, I learned recently that even bacon from our butchers has always got a preservative salt on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Salt is natural though?
No, it's not a normal salt.
Oh,
it's like I don't know what the word is. We'll have to look it up. But you know, they have to do it because it's kind of part of the process. And you wouldn't have salt otherwise.
Looking up ice creams, I think one that's the best out of a bad bunch is 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑴𝒆 organic vanilla ice cream. That's not got bad ingredients.
I bet you there'll still be an emulsifier or stabiliser.
No, there's not actually. So the only questionable ingredients are, no, organic whole milk, organic double cream, organic sugar, organic skimmed milk, organic pasteurised egg, organic vanilla extract, and organic vanilla powder. So actually, that's not UPF.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 ice cream, tick of approval. Let's have a look at Joules ice cream, because I feel like that's quite a small brand. No, it's got gum, emulsifier, dextrose. Oh, it's so sad. Anyway, I'm not going to bang on anymore. The moral of the story is read the ingredients label, and if there's anything, the definition of an ultra-processed food is usually wrapped in plastic and contains at least one ingredient.
And the sell by date.
No, that's not part of the definition. It's wrapped in plastic and contains at least one ingredient that you wouldn't find in a typical kitchen. So even something like, you often see natural flavourings written down. Do you have natural flavourings in your kitchen as an ingredient? No, you don't. So that is also a tricky one, because natural flavourings can literally mean anything. Anyway, we've rambled enough. Let's enjoy our non-UPF. Well, which wraps are we using?
Well, no, we're using the non-UPF wrap. I mean, it'll be interesting. What's in that halloumi cheese? Because I'm always interested why halloumi doesn't go out of date so quickly.
Organic halloumi cow's milk.
Do you know what? It must just be because it's like
vacuum
packed.
packed.
Yeah.
And I guess because cheese is fermented, does it hurt if it ferments further?
I don't know.
Does this even have a sell-by date on it?
It does. It's December 2024, but we've had it since the summer, so it's probably lasts about 6 months.
Yeah, wow. Okay, we're going to carry on.
And I think just finally finish on it though, like not to overthink it either. I think you have to enjoy your life, but I just think, as I say, if you're someone that is conscious about your health,
or if you've got children,
or if you've got children, and generally, you know, just slowly look into what you're eating and make healthy choices.
Yeah. Read your ingredients label. Charlie just said very disappointingly, oh, I've lined it all up to look nice and you didn't vlog it. So here's the vlog of the wraps, the chicken, the halloumi, the beautifully garnished, I mean, we have started smashing through it, but beautifully 𝑑𝒂𝒃 and Tim Spector approved.
This is called like, not nasi goreng. I'll have to look it up. It's another spice from that Wickham Park Farm spices that I like. Let me have a look what it's called.
And some Riverford spinach. Yamarello.
It's called sashimi togarashi.
Well, I'm glad you're
Chili,
using...
sesame, green Sichuan pepper, seaweed, orange peel, ginger,
Wow.
and salt.
Tim Spector would love that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're using it because there's so many things in here that we haven't used
That's
and we
this
need
brand,
to.
Wickham Chef's Table. I think it's a small brand. I found them online.
Cool.
And they do awesome. They're just spice mixes.
Nice. We need to use more of our mixers up.
Oh wow, you're having spinach. Well done.
Yes.
Oh, halloumi. That is a great cheese.
Yep. Particularly when he looks in the mirror. Hello, me.